Big up creative 18. Every Sunday we tune in.
I'm back in my day.
Uncle Percy, a real king. Kane Brown, legend in the Melanin.
Achoo.
Best comedian for the scene. Big up Chris Savage, no soft like cabbage. Everybody a favorite team.
Don't know the thing.
Shut the f*** up. Somebody call me who are leaving.
Right. We ready?
Jesus Christ. When me tell you, say, you don't know about tune.
Oh, please.
Shut up your mouth. All you know about is the bubblegum music. Them new tune.
Brother, I know about you. I know about you.
If I'm being honest, I would say Chris knows more about the old and new.
Yeah, I'm the most versatile.
Yeah. Yes. I'd agree with that.
You know some music can set the tone and turn your mood into good, happy, angry, sad, or horny.
Hey, you know what I saw?
Don't play the home new music.
You know what I saw, right? I saw this guy and he was testing. He was sitting outside farms and playing the guitar to see what the animals did. Like, he did it with birds. The birds were flying on his head. And he did it with, like, elephants. They run up to the gate. Cookie tried to put their elephant trunk under the gate. He did it with, who was it? Just different animals, basically. And loads of them, all of them come up to him and just... So it's a frequency energy thing. It must be.
Everything is frequency.
But it's in our DNA, though.
Yeah.
That is
Even
why
babies, you see them dancing.
when you're making love to the morel, them, when them say them ooh and them ah, you know, see, it make you get even more hornier. You stay there.
No, but I'm saying, like, you see, like...
Yeah, you know. Why you want to say no? Why you going to say no?
No, but music is very,
You don't even know what you're saying. Eh? May I tell you something? When you have the morel, them are screaming at your ears. You don't give you 10% more.
Yeah, but it's not about...
That's true with that.
Yeah, but it's not just to do with sex, though. Like, I feel like you said, music affects
No, me I
everything.
talk about when you have...
Yeah. But if you play the right music... But music gives you, like... It changes how your body reacts to sound.
Yes, because you go upon some vibration and some decimal points and some syllables.
All right, then. So what do you listen to, then, if you're, like... If you want to get amped up? You know, like if you go gym.
Me have an inside head speaker box. Me no need to listen to music.
Why for that? He said the inside head.
Hold on, me rephrase that. What me say?
Why?
Hold on, inside head.
Nah, you know I'm pathetic, though.
A woman a give me inside head. Yeah.
No.
Even I saw Vibes Cartel's caption yesterday, just at a Kim session. So he don't call it gym session, he calls it Kim
But you
session.
notice when I said gym, me said gymnasium.
You know, just
It's still stupid, though.
Right, so if you say to you, Chris,
pathetic.
you're going to work out in a gym, what you going to say?
I'm going to work out in a gym,
Are
yes.
you
You're gonna work in a gym.
See? I'm going to work out in a gym.
You're going to work in a
Because it's
gym.
called a
No,
gym.
listen to all me say. You are going to work out gym.
No, that's different. That's different, though. You know.
He's changing it.
Yeah, that's
You're trying to make him sound bad now.
Let me ask you this. You like to go inside gym, innit it?
But it is stupid, though. I don't... It is stupid, though, isn't it? When you think about it. Like, if you can't... That means, to me, if you can't say anything without you thinking of something homosexual, that means that you think about... You're worried about...
Gosh, I agree. It's just a little banter, man.
No, that's for you. No, not you. But I'm talking about the culture.
Yeah.
I'm saying the culture itself.
It's a banter thing. You don't exactly
No.
mean it.
Nah,
No, they
Some
do
things-
mean it.
Hold on a minute.
They do mean it.
Certain things is very suspicious.
Why?
Me never said nothing. What do you mean, why?
No,
What you say?
Why?
no, some things, to me, like if you...
You see, same slow.
No, I heard it. But you see...
So you don't laugh.
I'm not laughing, because this is a serious point.
Rubber lip.
We need to grow and we need to
Donkey
move...
Kong shit house, fart, foolish you.
We need to move from this.
Why you?
It's ridiculous.
We do need to move from
It is. It's
Yes,
mad.
man.
You see how black Chris is?
Lads, I told you. All right, so I told you it's because I'm...
Why are you talking so deep?
Because
I'm
now
dark
he feels like he's actually black and dark-skinned. He
I'm
feels like a
dark
black
skin.
man now.
It's melanin. It's dark. You see, when the sun hits me, this is really my
So you
colour.
feel stronger.
So the
You feel powerful.
Even my dick grew 2 inches.
Why you?
taller. I'm original dark
We'll
skin.
make it grow over there. No, fight it over there.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But you know something, right? Them say, you see this sunlight transmit knowledge. It give you information. We learn. You think I do?
Oh, I know. So they say the sun helps to give you information.
Listen to me. When the sun a beam on you, right?
Yes.
It transmit information, knowledge.
What type of information and knowledge would you say?
Ask yourself, it's teaching you something. It teach everybody something.
So-
So you can listen to me.
What is it giving you?
I can't tell you my secrets.
So basically, the sun's giving him knowledge, and he's got music playing in his head.
What kind of lava splash
But
talk
that's
you
what you
coming
said.
off with?
Didn't he say that? He said he's got music just playing in his
Let me
head.
ask you a question, right? You see in a life, you
Brother,
want
he's a madman.
Who's a madman?
Not you. The other person inside you. That sounds not right. Sounds ain't right.
You have to watch what you must do.
But they say that it, obviously, melanin, you need vitamin D.
Why?
But it's important. You know, for us, yeah, we need, I think it's 3 times as much sun
Yeah, I know.
as Caucasians.
I know, blood.
Because this is a natural sunblock. So I need probably twice as much as you
For real.
because I'm more black than you.
Really?
And then, but it's true. Chris must have been there. For the whole time he was in Morocco, he must have been in the sun. Because I've never seen you this dark.
I've always been. I told you I get dark in 2
Chris,
days.
fix up your talk, man. You don't talk like that.
Of course I do. When the sun hits me, it's different. I get dark in 2 days.
Shout. Because you notice you can't shout.
Yo,
to
blood, you see,
You can't
because
shout.
You
Your
can't
voice
shout.
is going to
when your voice is alpha, who really shouts as an alpha?
You know,
Alphas don't do that.
but rate Chris though, because what he's saying is dark skin men are alphas. So just rate him for that. Just rate him for that, because then in 2 weeks, when he goes back to his original colour. No, but it suits you though.
Yeah, man.
It suits you.
Do you know I get dark quickly though?
Yeah.
I get it back. If 2 days.
You use suntan? Sun lotion?
Well, the first day, because what happens is if I don't, then my skin burns. Like I still got burns here, but that's because you go lighter. As the days go on, you use a lighter factor because your body don't need all of that chemical stuff.
So your nose burns?
Until you can do it without. So you're not meant to. I know those chemicals ain't good for
Yeah.
you. So I'd rather not have it on my body too much. But I know if I don't use it, then you get sunburn and all. Like I get rashes. Look, come on, neck.
You know, say, me not get sunburn.
Rotted.
On my neck.
What's that from? But did you wear clothes? Was it
Sun
clothes
rash.
run?
No, it's sun rash.
I thought it was clothes.
And I got eczema as well, so...
But
sun
your
rash.
eczema's not bad though.
It's not bad, but look, if I sweat in those areas...
Chris!
Then it comes
Chris, remember I said to you the same thing happened to
up. Yeah,
me?
sweat in certain areas, it comes up.
So like on your joints. So like
Yeah.
behind your knee.
Yeah.
Here.
On here, neck bit, yeah. Anywhere like that holds like a bit of sweat.
Then you get a reaction to it.
Yeah. So that's why I have to wear the tan lotion for it to bounce off a bit. So
I
it's
thought
You wear lotion as well when you go for holiday?
No. I should, but I don't.
Why should you?
Because you're supposed to. You know you can get burned. When I went to Jamaica, I got burned.
That's what I'm saying. Because your body's not... Like, we've naturally got melanin, but it's not activated in this country,
Well, me
especially
must
if
be
you live here.
different to Uno because me not get burned.
If you go in the water, what happened when I got burned? I went in the water when I was in Jamaica, when I was in the beach.
But you're supposed to rinse yourself off.
No, it wasn't that. It was the reflection of the sun on the water that burnt me.
I choose your skin soft.
This is the
So
white
you got them hard back skin.
Remember, me not born in this country, so me used to the sunshine.
Fucking turtle back.
Your damn soft cotton wool.
He's white on the inside.
Exactly. You want them glove, yeah? Turn up yourself, please. Turn up.
That's why. But anyway, forget
Sorry.
it. I want to go on holiday, man. I need some sun for real, though.
All right, brother. Did I even talk about the other day when I threw up on the train?
Yo, what happened?
This fool
What?
gave me his sourdough toast with tomatoes and avocado
Oh,
and feta
good
cheese.
gracious.
Oh, no, wait. The food that I brought in that you
Yeah, bruv.
cooked. Good.
Cheap.
That served you right.
Hurt me, bruv. I went on the train. I was meant to go Seven Sisters. I'm driving in the car, driving to Seven Sisters, and I thought, I feel a bit sick. So I pulled up. So I'm going to get on the train, the Victoria line in Brixton, go straight up to Seven Sisters. So whilst I'm on the train now, I just feel myself getting sicker and sicker and sicker. My belly starts, and you know when the train's moving as well. And I've never felt like this before. So I'm like, am I going to throw up or am I just need to spit or something?
You know, so you're not supposed to eat for everybody.
Brother, you see when I got off...
Like I made it. I never made it.
Can you imagine if he was to give me his actual food?
And he eat it all the
No,
while.
wait.
He eats it all the while.
But you remember when he tried to offer me some of my food? He said, move it away from
That's
me.
why he shipped blood.
So was it that day?
That's why he shipped blood, I'm telling you. It's the dirty food he's eating.
Kid.
That's why he shipped blood. I'm telling you, as soon as I got off...
Your body just reject it straight away.
Exactly, as soon as I got off, Seven Sisters, you know, one woman had to come up to me and give me a tissue. You know how embarrassing it is? I'm looking in the mirror, I've got
Big
vomit in my nose
superstar,
hole.
Chris.
I've got vomit in my nose hole and on my beard.
But you know what it is though, yeah?
Wait.
You go on.
I got back on the train now because the content creator didn't even make it there anyway. So it was a waste of time. And I stink a little bit because it's touched my jacket a bit. I had to wipe it. Bro, you know that horrible vomit? So I'm sitting on the train trying not to sit next to anyone that is a rating.
Want to take picture with you?
No,
God.
no, in fact, he wasn't a rating. He just follows us.
Okay.
And he loves our stuff. But he come on the train, he's sitting in front of me, and he's talking to me. While he's talking to me, I'm looking straight at him, you know. I'm not even listening to what he's saying. I'm like, yeah. My belly's moving even more. I couldn't even get to Brixton. It got to about King's Cross. I said, you know what? And he's getting off, coincidentally, and he's talking to me. I'm like, brother, I'm going to throw up. Yeah, brother, I'm going to throw up.
Where was it, Somalian?
No, it was...
Where you love them? What do we want in Somalia? You stay there, they can't speak your business.
No.
You stay there, go and chop them.
Was it that time? So yeah, it was Arabic. And he was on a Ramadan thing. He said he had Ramadan next day or something like that. Anyway, so he's talking to me and bro, it came out worse at King's Cross. The whole, I could see the avocado on the floor, Taran, and the flipping tomatoes.
But it's served you right, though.
And this time I threw up everything on my trainers, everything.
Served you right.
Why?
Because you took my food. You know that the food...
You asked me, bought it.
You know the food that I brought here? You know, remember? So,
Never
so
eaten.
No, but you know, no, don't blame me.
Never eat from your
So who
stuff.
blame?
No, hold on, wait a second.
You tried to give me poison and me...
No.
That's why
You
he will
kid.
eat anywhere.
No.
That's why ratings.
You fi stop me and from anywhere.
Ratings. They've seen it. They've seen the video of him in Bombay Bites. That's a random place called Bombay
You never
Bites.
hear no Bombay Bites.
That when you go in there, you look like they're the sex ring in the back.
You sure there's something called Bum Bites?
You know the dusty places. When I looked at the pictures, they looked like man just cocked himself over the food and shat on it. Bombay Bites.
Yeah, that's what they
But I never got sick.
Because your stomach like iron.
I never got sick.
You need a washout.
No.
I swear. If
No.
he had a washout, he's shitting for days.
No, can I just say something, Chris? Right now, yeah, this is the problem. When I stopped off at that shop, yeah, the shop, remember I said to you, they were giving away stuff for free.
You know for tech
Because they just
free.
opened. So they were just doing like a...
I thought you had bought it from a normal place.
No, it was a normal place, but it was a brand new
When it's
health
free,
food shop.
that means it's
No,
attached
it
to
was
it.
a brand new health food shop. And they said, oh, have you got an appointment? So I said, no. So they said, oh, all the food's free, we're just training our staff, blah, 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 to use the till, whatever.
Hold on, you missed the key word. Them are trained.
No,
That means it's not a profession.
Well, I never ate it.
What? No, can I be honest? There was a lot of, I think it's neurovirus or whatever going around that week. So a lot of
Okay.
people had what I had.
I'm throwing
So-
up as well.
So I
So
don't
that's
know
what
if
it was then?
Yeah, I don't know if it was the food, but...
So after the man cussed me out, called me bum bites and all kinds of fuckery. No, it's not
But
my
it's
fault.
not improving, though. It's fairy. It could be the
wasn't it,
neurovirus or it could
it
be
wasn't
you.
it. Avocado's not going to make you sick.
I eat
Sourdough
avocado.
bread is not going to make you sick.
That's true. It's the cheese, man. The feta
feta
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, it must have been that.
But you can eat feta cheese. You got. I bet he's got a dairy intolerance.
Nah, I still eat, sir. Dairy
Have you got a dairy intolerance?
But hold on a minute. It could
to
be
a limit.
It could be if people touch
No,
this.
it's-
Well,
No,
you
he's
say
got
that.
a dairy intolerance
No.
and he ate feta cheese.
I had mac and cheese yesterday. You see me throwing up and shitting? And no.
That's because it's
It's
cooked.
yours
That's
that
what it's
cheats.
cooked.
You never see vibes get squeaked.
Yeah, no.
no.
But you're losing your colour, Chris.
It's like Brazilian women. I find them pretty, but I don't find them as like
If I'm being honest with you, you know.
one girl that I used to like, right? She put me off of them, right?
One woman a paint a picture.
Yes,
Come on. Chris.
yes. I'm sorry. I still think they're attractive, but I just see them in a different light because I'm like, when I love the white man like that. Mm-hmm.
No, they like black men.
Brazilians?
Yes.
Are you mad?
Yeah,
Have
Chris.
you been to Brazil?
Chris-
Do you know how
Oh,
racist
But
they
hold
are?
on a minute, Chris.
Have you been to Brazil?
Chris, you have white, black, mixed, brown,
You get
all
all different
kinds
type
of
of- yeah.
Different out
Brazilian.
there, blood. You
Listen to
don't
me.
know about the level of racism out there.
But you have racism everywhere.
No,
Chris.
it's terrible.
Is it?
Bro, it is terrible. There was a competition. I can show you the documentary.
Oh, but the Zunga dance.
The samba dancer,
dance.
the dark-skinned woman,
Yeah, miss
samba dancer, right? It's like America's Next Top Model, but the Brazilian version.
Yeah.
And they do samba dancing, and if you win it, you become the face of the carnival. Pretty dark-skinned woman won it. Well, because she's first ever dark-skinned woman to win it, you know she got slated even by her own colour. What's that black woman? It was so bad, they took her off and put a light-skinned woman on it.
Ross.
But guess what? Her husband was white as well. And you know do you know they've got a signature picture out there?
Oh, yeah,
There's
yeah.
a picture out there that a lot of them have in their house. You know Jamaicans used to have that picture
The one-
of that
the- in the
big
water.
bird in the water.
Yeah.
That one. Their picture now it's got a black woman holding her baby, sitting next to a white Portuguese man, and a black mum. The black mum is behind them going,
The grandmother.
like she's happy now.
That she's with
the
the
white man, so the child is now getting watered down. They have a thing about watering down and being lighter-skinned out there. So
But
the
to
way
be-
they look at us is different.
But you know what you find, though? Who
Apart
do you
from
blame
if
for
you're
that,
in the
though?
favelas.
But who do you blame for that, though?
Society.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Portuguese,
yeah.
the white man.
But if you look at any culture, though, the fairer you are, it's more like, oh, you come from a better background. or you got more opportunities.
Yeah,
or,
of course.
So,
I've seen it happen.
but I'll be honest, I would not like to be. I'm glad I'm black.
Exactly.
What you
Exactly. I'm glad I'm dark. Blood.
Your voice get deep back again.
Blood.
You're glad you're black for the next week and that's it. we got a guest.
All right, we get Percy. You're gonna bring on the guest.
Yeah, go on, man. Introduce him.
Nah, this guest is big. He's a legend, though, isn't it?
Do you know what? It's mad because this person here now, it's like,
You was too old when you came out.
who? You're an idiot. Listen,
He was.
can I just say, all right then, you've been doing your...
How old was you when you heard bows? Bows, with it. Come on, ZK, with it. I don't know what
I was
you
about-
said.
What
the hell you saying?
I don't know, but I'm trying, innit?
When that came out, no lie, I was 48.
Don't do drugs.
No, but can I
That's
say?
it.
Can I say? But he's been in the music game for over 20 years.
Yeah, it has. That's
So
a long time.
I'm 50 now. So I was
Right, he could...
25. See, 25. So I was in my 20s. Bro. I was out there. Man was, listen, fuck about Chris. Fuck about. I'm going back to my youth right now.
All right. Right, Percy, you gonna bring him on?
Bring in the one legend. Party harder. Mr. Donaeo.
All right, Wheel.
Take it off, man.
Jada.
Too
Well
much,
gone.
man.
Donaeo.
Bless up yourself, good
Well
boy.
gone, Donaeo.
And you know what, yeah? This is what I've got to say to you, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Two things. First of all, you looking like you lost a lot of weight. You trimmed up.
40 pounds.
Ross.
£40.
Yeah, like the last year.
That's equivalent to
year and a half, 40, yeah.
almost 4 stones.
That is mad.
3.5 stones?
Yeah.
Yeah, three
Yeah.
and a half stones.
That's good. How do you feel?
Tremendous.
Good.
Everyone say I look slim.
Yeah, you look good, man.
I didn't make you look younger. Hey,
Wicked.
listen, trust me.
What did you do and why did you do it? Why? Sorry, first of all, why did you want to lose weight?
Do you know what? I'm 42 now, yeah?
Uh-huh.
When I start having kids,
Yeah.
I'm going to be an old dad.
That is true, because I had my last son when I was 42.
Yeah, for real.
And I want to
So
be able to play
Shut up.
with my kids. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because my family
if we don't watch it, I'll get fat. I mean, you guys have seen me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
noticed
You
it.
look like you got that gene.
Yeah,
He's got the gene.
Me too. I got the same gene, bro.
Yeah.
So I was just worried that like I wouldn't be able to enjoy my kids when I start having them. Do you know what I mean?
So you haven't got no kids?
No.
Good for you,
No,
man.
man.
That's what you're fine friend.
That's why I make him.
No, but I think the reason why he lost the weight was to fit in the Machino shirt.
That's why
He said that in the wardrobe for 25 years from Party Hard, wasn't it?
All right, so from back then,
Yeah.
was you that weight? Was you this weight now?
I've never been this trim.
Right.
Ever.
Good.
Never.
Wicked, wicked, wicked. No, big up.
Yeah, thanks.
No, I have to break you.
I've been smaller, but when you say back then, are you talking bounce or funky? Because when I made bounce, I was 16.
Yeah,
so definitely.
So you must have been
You were
really slim.
16.
Yeah, I just left school,
Really?
hit college.
So you have fame from a young
Rotted.
Yeah, man.
No, look at this. Look at this, yeah? So,
We got something.
we got something that you
don't
ain't
even
seen.
know that.
Chris, do me a favour. Find the play button.
I'm short, man. I'm short.
Chris.
Oh, bitch. Oh, my God.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, my days.
So that was
remember
from,
that?
that was from 2003.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Whoa, I don't remember this. My goodness. Nostalgia. I'm so vexed. You know that Averex, yeah?
Yeah.
I gave it away because I had this stupid moment where I don't want material things.
Yeah.
Bruv, when I grew up and realised what I got away, you know they were selling it on Depop, but I didn't have the money to buy it back. So
You tried to buy it back. Yeah.
I got away another because someone's going to sell it. So I'll get it back.
So what did you settle for, the Machino shirt?
Well,
That's what you end
But
up
you
buying.
ain't played in the part where he does the beatboxing as well.
No, but do you know what I was going to say, yeah?
3 years. So
The
I
guy-
would have been 19.
2003.
Yeah, I would have been
But
19.
the guy, because I watched this, yeah, the guy who brought you on,
My goodness, Anton.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he brought Anton on.
That's the guy who named me. That's the guy.
who gave your name.
Well, that was the group. My goodness. Anton, that's one of my best friends. We was in a group together. You see, your memory is there. We was in a
proper
group
little
together.
girly laughter, you know?
And the group we was in was called Donaeo.
So it's a group name.
Yeah.
And you take it.
No. So,
Well, Vibes Cartel took Vibes Cartel.
this is how the story goes.
The group.
There's like two parts of this story. My ego tells me, I prayed to God and say, yo, I want a name like Donaeo because it's masculine, but it's a good-looking name. You know,
Okay,
Romeo,
yeah.
Casanova,
Okay.
Donaeo. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So as I'm searching now, my brethren, Anton,
Yeah.
who we all wanted, when we was in school, we wanted to sing like him.
Okay.
You get it? So, do you know what? That's one of my favourite people in the world as well, you know? I'm not gonna lie.
You still in contact with him?
Of course!
Okay. Blood up. You sound like Chris now.
So, my brethren started a group called Donaeo,
Yeah.
and me, I'm not a thief. So I
Why
look at-
Donaeo? What's Donaeo? Where does it come from?
I'm gonna get to that bit in a minute.
okay.
So they started an R&B group called Donaeo.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe God wants me to join a group. So I said,
Okay.
cool, I'm not gonna teach my brethren's name.
Yeah.
So I joined the group. Then the group disbanded. I asked everybody if I can have the name. They give me the name. And Anton was like, you know the name means gift from God. Yeah. But then now
Lie.
I've gone, so I always tell people like Ian, which is my real name, that's the name my mum gave me.
Yeah.
But Donaeo is the name God gave me. That's why everyone thinks it's my name.
I never knew it was
Yeah,
his name.
I thought that was
Yeah, I
his
didn't know.
actual name,
And it's only because Chris said today, he goes, oh, you know his real name's Ian, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that blood clot fraud.
But,
So your real name Ian.
Ian, yeah.
That, you can't sell no records with that. With Ian. Of
course.
No, what?
Tunes are bad, Ian or not.
Can I just,
true.
the tunes are
That
bad.
is true.
The tunes are bad. One artist named Ian.
Me no know, but there's Ian. So listen, now I've started studying the Bible, I've realised I didn't pray to God for a name. God was directing me and was
Okay.
like, he put it in my head, like, your name that I'm giving you
Yeah.
is going to sound like this.
Ross.
So it was like, he put it in me,
Yeah.
don't pause or why.
No, but you don't have to look at me to say it's him. It's him.
Waiting. But
Yeah.
we're talking about God, so you can't. I don't mind.
We never say a word.
all of that later. But for this bit,
You're not saying a word.
right. So God put those directions or that like compass in me.
Yeah.
And I've always been quite close with God from a young age. So I was able to see it, and then I realised I just now went hunting and searching.
Yeah. That's sick, you know, because I think sometimes we it's only when we've made it that we give thanks to God. But along the journey, you're supposed to give thanks
You
to
have to
God.
give
So,
thanks to the Creator for all true.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you?
What's that? Give thanks to God.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Always praise the Most High. You know what? I've recently been doing it a lot. You know what I've realised? Yeah. I've realised that any day could change. Like even if you get a small injury on your foot, you're still happy the day before when you didn't have that injury. So you got to be thankful every day
100%.
because you could even paper cut your finger.
Listen,
and
do
it
you know
feels
what just
like
happened to me 2
infection.
seconds
Yeah.
ago? I tried to get chewing gum out of my mouth, yeah?
Yeah.
You know I scratched my gum?
And now your gum's all scratched up.
Blood. I'm sitting here with stinging in
And
my
I bet
mouth.
you wish you didn't chew that gum like that. So you're thankful for before that situation.
I'll be honest. That's God paid him back for teeth in the name.
I know.
God knew he's going to chat him, innit? You chat too much, your fucking teeth.
But it work out because you make a big name of it.
Yeah. The thing is, God changes everyone's name. So Abraham, who basically all of us come from, before he was called Abram.
You're gone deep.
Yeah.
tell you that.
And then God always changes your name when he's ready for you to become what you need to become, kind of thing. As soon as I left Hendon, I went to Bishop Douglas, about 14.
Yeah.
I was 13. As soon as I turned 14, then God was like, right, we're ready. I've got you, your influence, which is Anton. There's also other influences like rap and stuff like that. But like Anton was like the big,
Okay.
he was the singer. We was his backing dancers.
So he's a
Back
backing
in school.
dancer.
Of course, for Anton, any day. Any day. We would do harmonies and just let him sing and stuff like that.
Is he still singing?
Yeah. Anton used to be in One True Voice. Do you remember the pop stars?
I don't know them.
Yes.
Do you remember the black guy who could sing? Wicked.
I don't know who they are. I know who they are, but I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
So
before.
is he still making music?
Yeah.
Is
We
it?
still have tunes. I was listening to some of the tunes we've done just now.
And does he go by the name Anton?
Yeah, Anton Ramirez. No, Anton Romero.
Anton Romero. Right, very close with him. We didn't even know his name. So, hold on. Anton Romero. Do you... Yes. Okay. Okay, yeah,
I know you don't know
do.
nothing.
No, I do.
You know, I was thinking that. I didn't want to say nothing.
But yes.
No, it's...
Sing a song.
I don't know the song. But
Listen, more like something like, you know, you get them people, right? Them really believe that they know what you're talking about. They don't have a damn clue. Just say you don't know, man.
I do know.
No, but sometimes you got to say you do know to keep the conversation going. Because you know how many people come up to me, yeah? And they go, Donaeo, don't you remember me from 25 years ago? And before I used to go, no. Do you know how long that makes the convo?
Yeah, you just say, yeah.
Just say, and then let them talk convo done in 30 seconds.
Exactly. It's true. Yeah.
They're happy, they don't feel hard.
Yeah.
Because you know when someone come up to you as well, they're like, do you remember me? And it's like, it's a big thing for them. And it's just
Yeah.
like, I used to upset so many people.
People do that.
No, it's
Yeah.
like, it's mean.
Oh, was you quite a mean person?
I'm autistic, so sometimes I don't
Okay.
understand. Well, I've got an antisocial disorder and ADHD. The ADHD is natural. I think that the antisocial disorder is nurtured, and together they're
Are
like
you sure
autism.
it's just not... What country you from?
Ghana and Guyana. My mum's
Okay.
from Ghana, my dad's from Guyana. So sometimes in social situations, I'm not.
Is it
seeing
the way
certain
you've
things.
been grown up, or is it just something you've been born
No,
with?
but he said that's him.
No, I'm saying ADHD is me,
Yeah.
but the antisocial disorder, I think that's the way I grew up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
So-
I'm saying. Some things, these things come from environmental.
Yeah, some things nurture and some things nature.
But what makes you... What happened when you was younger then that made you antisocial?
I never had no friends till I was 16.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, I'd walk around the school by myself.
Right.
Primary school, nursery, primary school, secondary school. Then, imagine this. I can talk about this now. My dad went jail for something, yeah? And
Probably for teeth in names. Good.
I'm not gonna let that go.
We have to watch out for this.
I know. So I would say we was like working class. But when dad went jail, and there was obviously only like one income for mum,
Oh, shit.
we went from working class to poor to so poor it was cheaper for us to live in Ghana. So then from about 6 or 7, I had to live in Ghana for a
You
year.
can't speak the language?
Nah, no way. I'm 42 now.
yeah,
I
6
forgot
or
whatever
7,
I learned then. I don't know now.
For a year you went to Ghana for?
Yeah, I went to school, everything.
Right,
And
okay.
how long did your dad go to prison for?
I think 3 years.
Okay.
Okay.
So hold on now. You see, like how you say you have this antisocial, what you call it?
Disorder.
Disorder. When you was in the club, skiddy bop and sing to all the morels, how you did manage that?
Yeah.
I think if you're born with, whatever you're born with, whatever your talent is,
You just learn how to deal with it.
It's
That's
going to
what I said.
transcend your issues. And I also think, you see this close to God thing?
Yeah.
Apparently God isolates people for a reason. Do you know, I've never ever not believed in God. And I've never ever thought to myself, right, it's God's fault. I've just always known God's my brethren. But between like 0 and like 15, 6, oh no, I'll say to 13, because when I went to Bishop Douglas, that's when I started making friends and stuff like that. But I was always close to God. Always.
So all right, so you over here, you was walking in the playground by yourself every day?
Every day.
And no one wanted to speak to you? Did you get bullied or did you bully anyone? How did that work?
It's funny, right?
Because that's weird. Obviously, when you're in school and you see a youth walking by
You
themselves...
always make some for my friends.
Yeah, or you bust joke about them, or they bust joke... Or, you know what I mean? Or something's not right.
I think in nursery, you don't realise how important it is for your kids to integrate with other kids.
Yeah.
So that they can learn how to socialise. So by the time I come primary school, I don't know how to
wasn't
socialise.
normal.
That's
Yeah,
why I
but
say
normal too.
people... That's why I always argue people that talk about, like... I know you know Jamila, right?
Jamelia.
The singer.
Yes, yeah.
She homeschooled her children. And I always thought there was... I didn't think that was right to homeschool children. Because I've seen the effects of some youth being homeschooled.
Why is she homeschooled for? You have to first find out why she
Whatever it is, I still think homeschooling, it takes you away from the reality of the world. Because you're only going to be in your yard. You're only going to know. So when you go out, how are you going to learn to socialise with others? I saw one guy that went homeschooling and I was in the gym as a fitness instructor. Fucking
You was
weirdo.
inside the what?
It was weird, bruv.
Yeah.
What was you inside, Chris?
Inside the gym.
It was inside the gym, not my gym.
But
But who's to say, though, right, that wasn't God's plan for you
Yeah.
to be isolated, to become who you needed to become? Because I ended up learning enough to get back on par with everyone at some point.
Everything happens for a reason, basically.
Yeah.
This is why I say everybody have them one part. You go on your part, me go on my part.
If I'm being honest though, you know, Chris, I'm not someone who's got a lot of friends anyway. I've never been someone...
I would hang around with him in school anyway.
Who?
Piece of shit.
No.
He's just fucking cussing everyone
No,
up.
I-
He's
no, do you
fucking
know
the
what?
worst person to hang around with.
No, but
How was you when you was at
Right,
school?
so-
it
was you a
must have been
bully?
so-
Was you a
No.
It must have been so uncomfortable, like, you know, like, oh, let's not tell Kane.
No.
Mockers.
No. I'll be honest with you, you know, at school, I was just a joker. I was just a guy. People just have a
The
laugh.
class clown.
Not class clown, but
I was a class.
But I'd find it hard to study.
Sure.
So, like, I'd get bored.
Same here.
Yeah,
listen.
me too.
And remember, you know, back then, they weren't really trying to engage with every child individually
Yeah,
to say,
yeah.
right, this is Chris's needs, this is Kane's needs, this is Percy needs, this is Donaeo's
Yeah, in
needs.
primary school, I used to get sent to the carpet all the time for being too hyperactive. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, I wasn't hyperactive. I was just like, if I'm sitting next to my brother, I'm just...
That's me as well.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was
just-
me.
I'd be the
Stupid.
brethren you're talking to.
Yeah.
We'd be giggling.
Attention seeking.
Yeah.
Like, that was me. Like, for instance, if I had nothing to do and the teacher's bothering me, I'd just go to the girl's pencil case next to me and take a pen out. And she'd be like, hey, what are you doing?
because you know that's
just-
gonna get a reaction.
Yeah, get a little reaction. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
So you not pay attention to what the teacher's talking.
Nah, bro. Yalla luo me love.
And that's even from 3 years old, you know. I just whip out his little willy.
Ladies.
My Mercedes.
It's mad how you are as a child has kind of like shaped you to how you are now because don't you think it's strange that me and you had the same issue but then now we both do comedy?
Yeah, it's true.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it's true.
He was isolated as a child
Yeah,
and then he's become a famous rapper and singer.
Yeah.
I was always... Yes, I'm so glad you done that. No, because no, we can't tell my story. You see me when I was at school, I was always surrounded by the ladies them, right? Even when this school come down to fight, them know so them couldn't trouble me, right? So all the men that used to go and fight, we did it in the playground and play with the morals them.
Yeah.
Them know so don't trouble me. Because I'm not someone to mess about with. You know them weird. I love human company.
I know, that's why you're better with women than business.
Yes.
Did you ever get bullied? Have you ever been bullied in your life?
Let me really think about it. You're mad? Bully who?
Have you ever been bullied before?
Yeah.
No, or someone tried to bully you?
Well, them try.
That's what I mean.
But then
Try.
them learn very quickly.
From outside of school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
when the
that-
beef
that's a bit-
outside
yeah,
of
that's
school,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
I remember these youths came down from my brethren. And I don't know why I said this, I don't know how I said this. I think I told this story. But my brethren used to get in fights all the time. But he didn't care, and I respect him for that. Because
Yeah.
he fought, he won some, he lost some, but he did
He'd
not
fight,
give a
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
blood. I remember one time he beat up one youth, and then his friend come up to my friend, and I was standing next to my friend, and he was talking to him about the issue, right? And he was telling the guy why he beat up his friend. And then the guy went quiet, and he goes, "Are we done here, yeah?" So the guy was like, "Yeah, cool." And he looked at him and said, "So what are you still standing in front of my face for?"
Right.
Dead in his eyes. And I was like, nah, he don't ramp. So anyway, he brought down guys for my friend, yeah? And then when I was coming out of school, they kept my friend back because they heard that
They knew that there were people coming
So they
out
wanted
from
to
the
send
school.
him in a cab.
Yeah.
So I was coming out of school, and then he goes, Tuesday, there's man them in it from school. Tuesday man's on another mission where I don't slice you up right now.
Who said that?
That's what some youth said to me.
To you, okay.
And then I looked at him, I said, brother, the day you touch me is the day you die.
You're too damn lying.
I swear down.
he said it, he said
I swear
it.
down.
He said
I walked off, though, and I walked out off, and I thought, whew.
That was collective.
I said,
You didn't have a tandem.
yeah, I came from holiday. Yeah, bro.
I had a guy. He didn't try to bully me, but he tried to he was a year younger than me.
Oh.
But what happened was his brother, he had an older brother who was a year above me.
Oh,
and
one
his
of
brother
them.
was one of those football guys, but you know those guys that are big from
Yeah,
when they're
yeah.
young? For some reason, they just, but he's just big and strong.
Yeah.
So his brother was quite popular, little bit of a bully, but he'd be a bully sometimes, but messing around type of thing. But you know that he's
Intimidate.
That's what it is. So his younger brother now was like, I heard that you was talking to my brother's girl, or you threatened her or something like that. So I was like, what are you talking about? Why would I threaten her? Because his brother's girlfriend was in my year.
Right.
So he was trying to run up his mouth to me. So I'm arguing with him, but as I'm arguing with him, I'm thinking, Ross Clark, his brother's...
Oh, the older, yeah.
The older brother's still in the school. It's not like his brother's left.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, all right then, there's two ways to play this, innit? Either I can try and bad him up.
Or simmer down the argument
or
a bit.
kind of, brother.
Slightly walk
Brother,
off.
I'll turn the heat down a little piece. because that's 2 against 1 now.
Yeah, it's true.
That's 2 against 1.
Yeah.
But I've never been bullied. And one of the things, I've never liked people who bullied. So that's why it's like you saying that you were isolated and whatever. Did you ever get bullied?
So this is funny, right? Verbally, yeah. But me, I'm quite tough.
Yeah.
I'm not, physically, I'm not really a problem you want.
Okay.
Because
the
from
part
when
there.
my dad is an army general. He's a trained killer. So
Where's he from? Which one? The Ghana?
Guyana.
Oh, the South America?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So my discipline was a bit different. So my relationship with violence was from very young. So anytime I used to get in fights, I'd have to get rushed because you'd
know
think
one-on-one
it's
is gonna
like
be a lot.
I'm quite quiet. I'm not really loud. You wouldn't even think I'm.
Quiet one.
I'd
I'd be worse one of the quiet one.
Yeah.
Go around
I'm
with them.
not. You wouldn't think I could fight. But obviously, when you put your hands on me, I get vicious. And then
Different.
to get me off your friends, I'd
I
have to
got
get
that
rushed.
Tyson strength.
Yeah. then the rumours come
Man
around,
stroke.
and it was like all the bullies would always try and fight me, and I hate it. It's like, it's not. You see, like with you,
Yeah.
you want it to be tough.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be tough. It's just violence was just there.
I didn't
my
wanna
dad. If I
be-
go home, if I tell you what,
Make fun of him then, no?
But I was going to say, that's the last joke I run into today.
no, it's like
That's the last joke. Let me find out on Chris. Hey, listen. Yeah, you know, yellow motherfucker.
people could run jokes, but it would be like, you know not to run it. You know not to run it. All right. the school bully in our year. One time I must have done some homework, put some effort into homework, right? I've gone to the toilet, I've come back, all these youths have scribbled over my homework.
Oh, yeah.
This is close to like the last straw.
Yeah.
So I've grabbed one of the kids, yeah? I've gripped him and I've thrown him across the room. Even the teacher's not getting involved. So I said to everyone, I'm just gonna sit here and wait. So we did school, I didn't say nothing. As soon as we went outside, the bully stood in front of his friends. Now, usually he's you know what, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
He said to me, Ian, if you fight, we're gonna have to fight.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm shook at the time because he's the school bully.
Yeah.
You know when you get older and you realise, wait.
Why did I let that happen?
No. He was trying to negotiate with
that's
me.
what- yeah, that's
because
what-
before, he would have just
Just
he
done
just
it.
wary
Yeah,
of
yeah,
you.
yeah.
But with me, it was like,
He needs a conversation first.
You know what it is? Bullies know who to bully.
Yeah.
he knew, once I get past the fear thing, I don't mind.
Yeah, then that's it.
I don't mind, I'll buy it, I'll...
You
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
I remember one
I'll fight
fight,
like that
one
as well.
fight, and I'm glad. This is the one fight I'm glad I lost. I lost my temper so much, I put the keys in between my fists. And I went for the guy, and I just lost it. And then he had to pull my thing over me and trip me up on the floor. And as I got older, I'm so happy that fight I lost.
Kian,
Yeah.
say something now.
He's one of them you started to put the helmet on.
Kian,
So going back to how I lost the weight, obviously I like fighting.
Yeah.
So I just started boxing because you can't just run up to people and just beat them up.
you have to control.
Yeah.
You have to control yourself, control hunger when it comes to boxing.
No, I've got control. I'm not gonna because I've never initiated a fight ever in my life. It's always been someone's tried to initiate it with me because they've misread the
Yeah, that's
situation.
right,
You see,
Alright,
they
alright.
get bullied, you know, by the morale them as well. You know them way them.
How did they bully you?
They always used to fight to be around me. They want to do me that. You're just jealous anyway. Go and talk your talk.
All right, here's a question, yeah?
Yeah.
So, we've never had someone that was autistic on this show.
Yeah.
So I
That
know
we
there's
know of.
different... That we know of, it's true.
Apart from one of the hosts.
Oh.
You see, my point for you. You're
Oh,
slow.
you?
No, but I don't think you're not autistic.
I'm not autistic.
You're not autistic, but you're
I've got a bit ADHD. but-
ADHD.
Let's say
I'm not
neurodivergent, 'cause that's
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a bit
that's
all
right,
over
yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
But in terms of like autism, I know there's different spectrums. So how did you know that you was how did you get diagnosed with it?
The keys between the fingers. I got killed, motherfucker.
You know what? Something else funny about that? That fight, I remember I was so angry because they used to tease me all the time, but they would never fight me.
Yeah.
I remember speaking to the guy, crying, you lot always that. I waited 6 weeks, yeah? You know when you go back to school after 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Where my school is, yeah, Hendon, there's like a road that everyone walks down. I saw the guy, yeah, and I ran at full pelt. He took the blow, and he looked at me, and he went,
He didn't
Bruv,
remember.
it's been 6
Yeah, he didn't
weeks.
remember.
he said, bro, I was so angry, yeah? He was just like, all right, look, I'm sorry, man, safe. Like, the way he, because he wasn't a bad man either. It's just, you
Yeah.
know, kids fight, innit?
Yeah.
But he couldn't believe I held
is
on to that
6 weeks.
anger.
But the whole summer holidays. Donaeo.
Yeah, me, I got thump you. I ran at full pelt, body weight, boom.
So hold on, let me ask a question now.
No, we've got to get back to
Oh,
ask him
sorry,
about
go
the...
on.
So I asked him about the autistic, the autism. I'll get
No,
back to your
fine.
question, yeah? So the autism, what spectrum or how did you find out that you was...
So ADHD-wise, yeah,
Yeah,
I've always been hyperactive, always.
right.
Because that's really what it is. It's just like you got a lot of energy in it.
Yeah, and your brain's can't focus on one thing, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It can when I enjoy it, but when
Yeah.
I can't,
Yeah.
it's hard work.
Okay.
I
Right?
understand now. Me too.
So my brethren, he used to notice, yeah. He was like, I think you got ADHD, you know, because we say like we go into a club, yeah, and I'll be chatting up a girl, or a girl's chatting me up or whatever. and a tune come on, I push out the way to go down.
Yeah, that's definitely... You definitely ain't got it, Percy. I know that much. Yeah. Percy definitely ain't got it.
I'll be in deep conversation, like it's going well, and keep it in the closet. Boom, 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 boom. And I'll just run to the dance floor, Michael Jackson, anything, just fuck up the conversation.
You got me. It's like this. What? Come back.
You can't do anything.
He knows it's true, that's right.
My man's on the dance floor, moonwalking. I just got a titty out. Come back, Ian, come back. Shamout.
And then obviously as well, it's like, so I went to get diagnosed to my doctor, right? And I went to him and I was like, I think I've got ADHD. And he started laughing, because obviously he's known me since I was a kid, and he's like, you just figure. You know what I mean?
So he just found out.
Yeah, you just found out what I've known since I've known you as a youth, man.
Yeah.
But the antisocial disorder, I don't know if I've got autism, but I know both of them together creates an autistic kind of vibe.
Oh, so you don't know if you got autism?
I don't know. I feel like them together create some level of autism.
You got autism. He left the gun with the titty hanging out.
I just call it neurodivergent kind of thing.
Okay. Oh, so it's not diagnosed fully, though?
Yeah, but then when I started my journey, once I realised my ADHD was affecting other people, kind of thing, then I realised, like, because I've always been quite self-aware, and it's like, just because I've got ADHD doesn't mean that say, like, for instance, I didn't understand that. You know, I've talked to someone, and halfway through the conversation, they just stop talking to me. And I'm thinking, like, I can't make friends. I read this book called How to Make Friends and Influence People.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, I'm constant.
And you're telling me that you don't think that you're on the spectrum?
What, because we read the same book?
Yes.
No, but that book definitely, that's for us, though, because...
It's for you to understand.
No, because I've always liked humans and how they move and how they...
So you think you're not a woman?
No, but what I'm saying...
You don't like yourself?
No, what I'm saying is, you know, like psychology, I've always liked the psychology of humans.
Yeah, but you want to understand yourself as well. That's why you read it.
It's more to understand people
and to understand yourself.
No, because I had a big thing about how to get in girls' drawers and what the words to say when I was a kid. So I read books like...
You read a book, how to get into them pants?
Body language.
You read the game.
I read body language, I read books on, like, relationships and how to, like, courtship, what women look for, like, loads of little
And do you know where that came from?
What?
No, I'm asking.
I was always loved women. So I did a lot of things. Remember I said I did a lot of things for women when I was younger, like losing weight was my motivation.
So that's what I was going to say. So I think for you, and it's mad how one thing just leads on to another thing.
Yeah.
Because for you, when you was younger and you had friends around you you saw them with girls, and you were like, obviously you was, oh, you're cute. Remember you used to say, the girls used to say, oh, I'm cute, but they would never take it necessarily to the next level. Yeah. So now you're like, right, I'm going to understand the psychology behind it.
Yeah.
With me, so the book showed me that I'd be interrupting people when I talk.
Like just now?
Yeah, basically. I don't want to get my point across, that's another thing. Like, you stopped me halfway through the story, man.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, man. But even little things like that, like understanding the nature of conversation and having to hold back and understanding that, like, you got to let things happen naturally.
Yeah,
so sometimes I have to hold back just so that I'm a part of a conversation. I don't take one over.
So is it hard to kind of...
Not now, no.
OK, so it's natural now for you now?
I wouldn't say it's natural, but once I became an adult, like, say, after Grime, I grew up properly, and then I realised, like, my ADHD shouldn't affect other people. And you know what? Yes, I didn't have friends in school. I'm not having friends as an adult. Like, forget that. You know the way there.
Man, turn like an Eskimo somewhere. Percy, what was you saying now? You said you had a question.
He won't remember that. He wouldn't remember that. He won't remember that.
I just remember him titty and jump out.
So you said you did grime. What was the first music you started doing? Because you did...
Oh, jungle.
Jungle, see?
Yeah, it was right.
Jungle.
And then funky house.
No, it went jungle, garage, then
Yes.
grime.
Yes.
When I did
that was the
grime,
pathway.
grime was when I started blowing up. That was my first hit. Then after grime, it was bassline. After bassline, then it was funky.
Hold on.
But can I ask you a question though? So you said it was you blew up on grime.
Yeah.
But ain't bounce with it, ain't that on the garage?
So between grime and garage, I'm on the in-between bit.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there's like few rhythms that was made on the in-between that were made grime. So like Pulse X, Eskimo, I Love You, Bounce was one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, I've always been at the beginning of the scene. Always. I'm always like a part of the architects. I don't know why.
So you're like a pioneer for you're one of the
So
first.
what's your music now then?
Now, I make everything. I think last year, the last 2 years I've been doing drum and bass, and I feel like now I've had big tunes in every single black British genre. So now
That's a good point, you know.
I've amalgamated it in all one thing.
Was it
But there's no rap, though.
Lockdown with gigs, but
That's
you
rap,
was,
yeah.
Yeah, I know raps, but that's gigs. But I'm saying you've never done a rap yourself.
Yeah, Chalice.
What's that one again?
Smoking on the weed, I got a chalice.
Yes.
Hey, 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 hey.
But that's more singing though, isn't it?
No, that's
So
like rap,
That's
Jay.
rap.
That's like
You
Sing
think
J
so?
That's
rap,
rap.
yeah.
That's rap.
I always see you as
I remember
a singer.
Bounce, as I came in, was rap.
But
Okay.
bounce with it.
I came in
don't
as
know
a
that.
spitter. You see what I'm saying?
So was I was a spitter still.
Please, Chris, we've
I
heard
was.
your,
Me
we've
and
heard
him,
your bars. Chris.
I'm going to get Percy later on to bust a jungle track, and me and him are going to go back to back. How about that?
Chris,
do
you
that.
get finished for it, Chris.
Huh?
Oh yeah, because he can beatbox.
Yeah, all right, let's beatbox then.
Okay.
We'll do it together. We'll do
No, do it
together.
now.
No,
Yeah, but I want to beatbox too, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll beatbox for you. Don't worry. I'll
Go on then.
You can't beatbox.
Who?
You.
You're mad, brother.
Go on, let me hear. Yeah, exactly, you're chopping.
Wait.
You never expect them skills there.
You know what? Let's produce this.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that beat, do...
No, but that's difficult, man.
No, just do... You gotta miss out a kick though. So,
Brother, you think I'm in the music? Brother, I don't...
yeah. Yeah.
Keep on
Ready?
ready.
Hold, keep on. Yo, Batman, I'm like a dark ninja, go from city, eat the savior. Enemy, them call the Joker, partnering crime, the speed, the Riddler. We don't me this, we did the murder. Two-Face, pick a dark contender. Put them in the mic, I'm tender. Put them in the mic, I'm
Get them on a flirting at them eyes, skirt, tight shirt, and I get the cash work, but I don't flirt before you get pirate. Imitate me like a parrot. When I chat with the mic, I just pull off clothes. But man, no ball knows. Nobody knows the way the show goes when the feeling the vibe for head to your toes.
Bro, you...
Turn that, brother. That was a rap. That was a rap. Because I kind of lost myself.
Exactly! He got you into it! Man was like, yo, this is high! I felt like school. See, when you're in your bedroom and everyone's just... I was getting ready for my next lyric, but you mess up
No, I
the thing.
fucked up.
I was ready for the next one.
So he's a jungle MC. Did he go on a radio station?
No, I was too young. I was like
Okay.
12.
So you was just more like doing it for the hobby.
That was like, yeah, and that lyric was actually the first ever lyric I wrote, the one I just spat.
Bruh.
You see it?
Yeah.
No. So you've always been into music then?
Bruv, since the day I decided to make music, I was 6 years old.
Who was your inspiration?
So my dad, yeah, used to listen to like Luther Vandross and all that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
right? And then I wasn't really into it. And at 6 years old, he put in a hip-hop tape and it had like KRS-One, Kool Moe D, all
Wu-Tang.
them man there. No, not Wu-Tang.
Okay.
KRS-One, Kool Moe D, like them times.
That is before Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And I remember popping my head out of my, like, because if I'm feeling like uncomfortable, I'll hide my face.
Yeah.
That's why I like coats with long necks even now. And I
Really?
remember popping my neck out going, I can do this for the rest of my life. Yeah, since 6 years old.
Bruh.
So you say what
It's
you
a
mean and you
calling,
mean what you
basically.
say.
Basically, yeah.
It's a calling then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was always a calling. Even like walking around the school by myself, I'm singing. I remember I used to practice singing in primary school and girls used to just sit next to me and then run off and I'd be like, why are you? And then I realised, oh,
So how do you make your tunes? What do you write it or do you just come out with it? Or like when you get in the studio, do you write to the beat or do you just say, you
So
know,
I'll make
or
the
you
beats.
just start freestyling and say, yeah, that sounds good.
I'll make the beats first.
Yeah. You make your own beats.
Everything I've
This
ever
brother
made.
coming like Kanye to us.
They always like that as well.
I bet he's got some woman outside naked in a fur coat.
Hey!
With one titty hanging out.
They took off
So you make your own beats as well?
I made everything. Everything you've ever heard. I made Lockdo, Bounce.
Oh, is
everything.
it?
Yeah,
Oh, I
everything.
did.
Everything you've ever heard me on, I've made.
You have a talent, one
That's
youth.
mad. What's his name was the producer as well, though, isn't it? Fucking heck. I can't remember his name.
Okay, but
can't remember his name.
You can't remember?
No.
All right, so back to the studio thing now.
Yeah.
So you got so you
So I
make
make the beats first.
Okay.
Then once I make the beats, I will put loads of little ideas down. And then I'll choose my favourite ideas and then I'll just chip away. Like Bounce, I wrote like 10 choruses for Bounce.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I found the chorus I liked with this girl that I worked with. And then I'll construct the music. So say like Devil in a Blue Dress took like 8 months to make.
That was one of your big tunes.
But did you learn how to do music or did you just understand it?
I just understood it. And then over the years, I've had people who were better than me teach me. So say like, by the time Bounce came, I met with Sticky.
Yeah.
Sticky made me mix Bounce like 20 times. I
Sticky is that Dynamite.
Miss Dynamite Boo, yeah.
Sticky.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, go.
yeah.
Yeah, Sticky.
So he taught me how to mix. Then over the years, you just meet up with people and then they teach you stuff. And then
you just get it all together.
And then
So
over
you've
the years, I've kind of refined it.
That's mad because if you think about your life now, you must realise that this was how it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like there's no other way.
No,
for you,
there was
yeah.
no other way. I wasn't even supposed to be signed. I was always supposed to be independent.
You've always been independent.
Always. I signed in 2016 because I thought the business was at the Lockdo stage. I naively thought my business was too heavy, rather than just getting mentors that would teach me how to employ people. And then that just taught me how the mainstream world worked. And then I left the label like 2018.
So
But
2
yeah.
years you was with them.
Yeah. So between 2000 and 2016, I was independent. And then I left them at 2018, 2019. And then between then and now, I've been independent again.
Ross Clark. So what is it about the mainstream once you sign up that you didn't like?
To be honest, I liked Ireland.
Okay.
They let me come in and work for them. I just had to realise I work better independently. It's better that I do my thing.
You
and
know
then-
yourself.
Yeah, like all of my biggest hits, I promoted them and I released them.
Okay.
And I've done it. So it's like, it's not that I don't like the majors.
Yeah.
They're good for some people.
Yeah.
But God wants me to be, like say I've started a charity. If I had a manager and a record label, they'll be like, yo, like, why are you marking 40 papers for a grant?
Yeah.
I don't need you marking 40 papers. I need you making money for us.
Yeah.
Because marking those 40 papers takes me 2 days and I'm going to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning every day. Then I've got to go to a panel and sit down for 8 hours and we're discussing who we're going to give money to from a charity.
Yeah.
What's the name of your charity?
My charity is called Zephron, but I also work for the PRS as well.
Okay. What's
is,
Zephron for? Like, what you doing the charity for?
So Zephron Charities is basically for professionals and musicians. So I'll take professionals, train them up, and then get them jobs in the music industry. And then I'll get young musicians and just help them put their music out.
And then the
Something like
PRS thing is so you get your royalties, you make sure it's a fair payout. Is that what?
No. PRS has a thing called Power Up
Okay.
that Yao and Ben, I can't pronounce both of their last
Okay.
names, right? But they set up this thing called Power Up. And what they do is they give young black professionals and musicians grant money. And I went on the first one.
Yeah. Some money.
Well, if you're a musician, you could get it.
You never just heard me beatbox.
After the third attempt. and then I got a grant, and as I grew within that community, I grew to having more responsibilities, and I did panels, and then when they get grants in, so like 200 people write applications, and then there's a group, there's 2 guys or 3 guys who look at the 200,
yeah.
they look at 40, then they give us, there's about
And
10
then-
of us,
and then
40,
you go through the
and then
40.
I have to read the 40. I will never diss a teacher again. Listen, they give me 40 to read, And I read all of them. Then once I understand what's going on, then probably like the week after, about 10 to 15 of us sit down in the room for like 8 hours and we discuss everyone's.
And how many people do you normally give a grant to? Is it 10 out of the 40 or 3 out of the 40 or 1?
It's funny, you know, there isn't actually a number, it's just yes or no.
Ah, okay.
It's just a yes or no, whether we think like they've thought about it. Even sometimes, like someone will give a grant in. This is why I like reading everything, right? Because sometimes everyone doesn't read everything.
Yeah.
So they might have done the budget wrong, which I'm going to say, power up, I love you guys, but that budget, the way they set up the budget is hard work, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I might need to sit down with them, man. Sorry, guys, but it is a mad thing.
Yeah. Fix up the budget, power up, and include my name in it.
But I don't mean the money that they give. The money that they give is good,
Kane
but everything else they've made easy. But the budget part is like, I still don't understand it.
Okay.
And I still don't understand.
And you're on the panel.
Yes.
So that's crazy.
I can see someone that has a full understanding of what they want to do, but the budget doesn't match
I get that.
what they've written.
Yeah.
So I'll say, no. You guys need to read this bit before you read the budget. And then everyone will go, oh, okay. Then we might call up the person and say, look, we do love what you're doing, but can you just fix up this bit? Yeah. And then boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? So
all right, so you've got the charity thing with the music now.
And then Zephron's also my record label. It's my business, so
Okay, that's your business as well. Okay, so you're at sort of like you're more mature now in this music game.
Yeah.
Right? Now, there's a lot of people that ain't made it in the music industry, right? And some people try from teenage to...
That's you.
I could have made it easily.
Because people...
That's my connect, bro.
Yeah.
I could make it easily. Just get some charity money off him, I'm good. So you've made it like you would say you're quite successful in the game, right? So someone that's like a teenager, right? What would you say to them? How? I guess most of you lot say just keep trying, right?
No, you know what, right? I can only give you my experience. I think this is everyone that wants to make money, their perception of how to make money, for me, is blurred.
Okay.
Imagine, you like making music. You love making music. You have a job that pays you 60K a year.
Yeah.
You make music, it gives you an extra 15 grand a year. Are you successful or are you not?
So it depends on what they class as success, you mean?
Someone might be like, oh, the numbers ain't right. No, the numbers are right. You just don't respect your numbers.
Yeah.
You might put out a tune and only 100 people like it. Do you know how many pubs hold 100 people?
Yeah.
That these 100 people will pay and come see you perform.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to doing music or being an entrepreneur or whatnot, first of all, when you're young, figure out who you are. Because everybody shouldn't be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. True.
There's some people, that like,
I've said that.
We had that conversation.
Yeah.
We look at like hierarchy, like up and down. This
Yeah.
person's up here, you're below here. Hierarchy don't work like that. Hierarchy is a circle, and everyone has a place. An employee is no different to the employer.
Yeah.
The employer was supposed to be an employer. That's his role. The employee was supposed to be an employee. That was their role, and them together is a team that works.
Okay.
If the employer starts chatting nonsense to their fucking employee, bro, you wouldn't be able to do nothing without them.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah, we need each other.
We need each other,
Yeah.
but everyone's too busy. I want to play your role.
Yeah.
Do you know how much millionaire employees there are?
Yeah.
That make millions of pounds a year.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's important because...
Do you know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying
yeah.
to say is the perception of what you deem as success needs to change.
Yeah.
So go on, what were you going to say?
Yeah, so do you think, like, all right, so for example now, this is the problem. So you all see like a central C now, and people look at him and be like, right, I want to blow like him. So it's hard for them to have the passion for music and say, right, that I don't mind not getting to where Central C is, where Central C's like now got millions.
Yeah, but that's because the world tells you that.
Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say to you. But for a child, it's hard for them because that's what they're looking at.
But this is what I'm saying to you. For me, I've been isolated. So
Yeah.
as much as I didn't learn how to socialise, I was also build my own opinion of the world.
Yeah.
Which is quite an advantage.
Exactly. So when people are like, you should do this, I'm like, no, you do what you want to
you
do.
think for yourself.
I do what I want to do. Like, in my head, I did funky and I worked the job the whole time.
Okay.
When Party Hard was out, and people were getting number ones, and people are like, you're gonna miss out on opportunities. Nah, I'm waking up in the morning and I'm going to do my job.
What job?
I worked at Car Phone Warehouse for a year, and then I worked at Safe Estates for a year and a half.
What was that?
Car Phone Warehouse.
What's
and
that?
The second one was Safe Estates.
What's that?
So you know when they go around to pubs and you see like the metal windows when the pubs close and it's boarded up?
Yeah, yeah.
My company does that. Not my company, the company
But
I
the
work
company
for
you
does
work
that.
for, okay.
But then, on the flip side, people might be like, but you're Donaeo.
But that's what I'm saying, that's very hard.
Yeah, but
I
let me
rate you
finish.
for that.
I was able to buy a house doing that. Because all the money I made from work, I didn't spend my music money.
Yeah.
So from my point of view,
You use others.
I remember the first time I bought the yard, I was standing outside it. I was like, right, I bought this box. And then when my mum came, my mum looked at me. No, that's how I thought. I said,
Chicken
I own
box.
this box, yeah. When my
No,
mum,
big up to you. the
because my
box.
mum, like, she grew up in horrendous amounts of poverty, right? So she really is a money hustler. My mum's a hustler,
Yeah.
baby.
She even went to South America to find a husband.
I know, right? From Ghana.
Yeah.
In a fur coat as well, trust me. I remember my mum's outside and she looked at me and she said, I never have to worry about you again. Because no one bought the house for me.
Yeah.
You did
I
it
didn't
all
get-
by yourself.
Yeah, I didn't get my common sense got me that yard.
Yeah.
And you did. You're aware.
Exactly. And when people are like, are you successful? Yeah, but you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Do you know what? That little underground money that I spent and saved for 2 years, I bought my house.
You see the people them where I give you tell you what to do. Them have for them one yard, them are they successful in what them doing? Because you know, a lot of times it's people that don't have what you're trying to get. I try to give you
Advice.
advice.
I think a lot of people are successful. It's just perception. Boom. Again, not even perception, it's perspective.
Oh, why are you pointing at
Because
me?
I keep telling you.
Move your dotty finger.
No, but I keep.
Your little batty finger.
If you knew where this was last night as well. Chris. Actually, it was this one.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, but I will say, and I keep telling Chris this as well. So me and Chris will have conversations sometimes, and it's like, I think that I keep telling him, like, Chris, you don't understand how lucky you are. And he's like, yeah, no, I know. But I said, yeah, but you're not.
I do know.
I know you know, but it's like you're never satisfied. You're always looking at
We never are as humans.
No, but you
It's
should
good
be.
to never be satisfied.
No, it's
because
good.
that
I
ain't-
agree.
This is
it's
the
good to
I
be
don't think-
ambitious.
This is-
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
But that's different.
But I
To
thought-
not be satisfied, that's not
No,
good.
but what I'm saying is,
I don't
if
think
you,
it's good
if you stay too comfortable, then how are you going to move up?
Right.
Yeah,
so,
but you can be ambitious and go for more,
Yeah.
but still be satisfied.
So this is the
'Cause
trick.
it's like, if you're not happy with £1, how are you going to be happy with $1 million?
Yeah. This is the trick.
Well, that's why you always get rich.
No, but this is the trick. This is the trick.
I want 2 million.
Whatever you got,
Yeah.
you appreciate and have gratitude for it.
I do.
You'll get
But,
more.
but you know that you want more.
More, yeah.
But I do
But it's the
appreciate
appreciation and gratitude. No, it's not that. All right, then. Maybe I'm being a little bit too...
No, you're saying exactly how you need to say it.
Yeah, but I feel like for some reason, it's like Chris don't see where he's at. When I say Chris, you don't understand.
Everyone's
he don't
like- no,
see,
no, but
but you
everyone's
don't
like
see.
that.
Chris don't see who he is.
Yeah, but
we'll go
everyone's
out.
like
Chris is
that.
proper humble. Like he's not like he's a no. Like I'm just like yeah. I'm like Chris. You don't understand what you've created and who you are.
I'm not arrogant, though.
It's not about arrogance, Chris.
have to
It's
be.
about
I'm just me,
understanding.
innit? I'm just chilled.
Oh,
I'm
fuck
just
off.
chilled
You
out
was
in the
black
corner.
about arrogant.
I agree with both of you, though. I agree with both of you, though.
Yeah, but it's about. All right, it's all right being
It's
humble
'cause
and whatever.
he's
But I'm saying,
stush.
Chris doesn't
I feel sorry
understand.
for when he gets rich.
No,
Rich.
I'm
Wait, hold
rich.
on. Why
I'm
do you
rich
think that?
already.
Hold on. Why do you
Yeah,
think
that-
he doesn't?
he-
Hold on a minute. Say that again. What you say?
I'm rich already.
Let me £10 now.
But I'll give whatever I got. Listen, my wealth, I'll give it to you after. My wealth, this is what you got to understand. You see money. Let me tell you something about money.
I want to get back to that Chris thing, though, because this is interesting.
We'll get back to the Chris thing. But I have always been able to make money. I've been self-employed since I was 21.
I'm the same.
So I've been self-employed for 29 years. Where nobody has said to me, oh, here, I'm going to give you something. I have to create something.
Me
So
too.
the fact that I've had to do that, I've never had to worry about money. I've had times where it's up and down or whatever.
Everybody have them.
Yeah,
times.
I've had times when
But you don't make people know where you're
yeah,
going down.
but
You
I've had
just
times...
smile through it.
Right, but I've had times when... 2008, when I lost everything, pretty
Oh,
much.
that
Like,
time when you was going to sell yourself. When he was going to be an escort. I remember you said you was going to sell
What do you mean
yourself.
selling to him?
He said he was going to be an escort when he lost his money.
Look at his face. He said, that was private, bruv. bro, we have people around, brother.
And the cameras are rolling. Yeah, no, I did. I'm not gonna lie. I contemplated sleeping with old women for money.
I think you cracked a joke about it. I've heard that.
Yeah, I thought about it. I'm not gonna lie. I was even on the websites. I was on the websites, but I wasn't gonna sleep with them. That's what I thought. Shut up, Chris. They didn't have to be old, but
Name. Kane Brown.
no, but I.
Sorry.
I see, I gotta sell your bottom.
He's got the measurements of his arsehole. The website. The circumference.
And each week I have to update it to bigger. No. Listen, I was on websites. No joke. I was on websites, but I didn't want to sleep with anybody. So I was like, no. So I was gonna be like a professional, like, you know, like the boyfriend experience, like the dating thing. So I was like,
Do you think the woman they no one?
listen, that's
tell
my
him
whole
again,
thing.
Uncle.
So I said, do I have to sleep with them?
Of course.
But they said,
No one shook some
Trying to show a piece of himself.
Wait. Hold on.
Just a little bit. I'm not giving you all of
Did
it.
you say they said?
No,
You had a pimp?
No, I rang a couple of companies. I contacted a couple of companies.
Shut up,
No,
yourself.
it's not pimp.
Escort.
It's like an escort agency. You know, like,
Professional corporation pimp.
Yes, all right. So, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So you see, like now, no, but it's true.
Yeah, professional
So you see, like now, it's like but I didn't want to sleep with nobody. So it was like, okay then. You know women who want to date for a function or they're bored or they...
No, I understand that, yeah.
So some people got money.
But the option's there, though. That's why they've got to say no.
Yeah, it's the extra money. They call you and you go to dinner with them.
And then, and then it leads to, okay, now, it's the idea is there that that you're supposed to have sex with them. You don't have to, but it's like, that's pretty much part of it, though.
You would have, because you were so desperate.
No, I wasn't that desperate. That's why I got offered at the time when I was broke, I got offered $5,000 to sleep with a woman for a guy to watch, and I said no.
Ha! But you're not that block involved.
Yeah, he was.
You're not that, bro.
No,
He
because
was privileged, bro.
no, sir. Right, would you have done it then?
So wait, hold on.
Of course, if I was broke.
For a man to
watch?
He can't touch me. Stay there, I'm beating out your girl.
He's
Hold that, yeah.
he's
You
not
see that pussy?
supposed to.
Hold that,
He's
yeah.
not supposed
You see
to.
that? Pussy
Chris,
all
he's not supposed to touch you.
Of course.
Voyeur thing.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to touch you. But when you're in the woman
I
now,
told you I went to a sex party and I had to do that already.
the man touch you.
No, I said he was watching me beat his woman. You, bro,
they kick
if we
you
go
early
back in like the
hyena.
first 1 to 5 episodes, I'll speak about it.
Yeah, you went to a sex party and you slept with the guys, the older woman.
Yeah.
The older
he
white
was in the
woman
room.
and the white guy.
He was... No, don't try and slip words. No, not about the older white guy. No, the guy was standing in the room. And
How far was he from you?
He was far.
How far?
From here to about the couch.
From here to the cat. Did he get any
That's
closer?
a good view,
No,
you know.
he didn't. He can't get closer.
That's
to
a
me.
good view, bro. He can
I'm
see everything.
No,
I'm beating his girl.
Chris,
I don't care.
But where was it?
I was young.
But where was
I
it?
was energetic. I didn't give a shit.
Where was it? Was it in a house?
No, it was in the sex party.
No, but
How many
was
people
it in
were
a
in the
house
sex
though?
party?
No, it was in a.
Yeah, but how many people were there?
venue. It was just that room.
No, but how many people was in the whole party?
Can't remember, but it was a bit packed. It wasn't that bad.
Was it like an old building or like a new?
It's like a warehouse, a massive warehouse turned into like a
So it
whole
was just
exhibition. Different rooms had different things. So one room might have a room where it's orgy. One room was a room
And what was the room that you was in?
Single room.
What was that for?
Single room.
Was that for like a couple or for like loads of people?
Yes, a couple rooms.
So you're, sorry to cut you. So you're telling me,
The rooms are big.
you're
big.
telling me,
They are. They're quite big. They were quite, I told you. But hold on, didn't I not say it was a warehouse?
come on.
I said it's a warehouse, so the rooms are quite big.
Chris,
It's a massive...
so you're telling me this room is for a couple, and you're telling me the brother was all the way by the sofa?
Yes.
And never got no closer?
Yeah, of course.
Did your asshole ever face him?
No, it didn't, blood. It was a profile.
So you was on the side?
Yeah,
Well,
the bed was like this.
How
way.
was you? So where was
And
he?
He was there.
He was there?
Yes, where the sofa is.
And which way was she facing?
What in front of me, innit?
So she was here,
Yes,
and you was there for the whole...
Yes.
You never put her in no other position?
of course.
So then,
Only
any
two.
other... So what's the other position?
Doggy and then missionary.
So which one was you...
I can't remember. That was years... Bro, this was over 15 years ago.
So you never met eye with him?
No, I didn't. I didn't look at him. I didn't look at him once. I didn't look at him. But hey, I would have done it for $5,000.
No, I wouldn't. I couldn't do it.
I would have done it because it's like...
I couldn't do it. You know what it was? Because that's not...
Do you know what I think it was, yeah?
What?
You're brazen. You are brazen.
Chris will do it, but I
I tell
couldn't
you I
do
was
it.
brazen, yeah? Because it was a white chick. And the guy was white. And I wanted to show him that we do it better.
Mockers. Mockers.
I was like, yeah, you watch pussy, oh. This is why you're racist.
And he did watch. He did watch.
Was it his wife or his girl?
I don't know, but...
That's a mad thing.
Yeah, like, could you... Have you got a girl?
Yeah.
You got a girl?
Yeah, man.
But you sound surprised.
No, because he was talking about kids and whatever, so I didn't know whether it was on the horizon or
Oh, yeah,
whether it
definitely
was...
on the... yeah, nah, it's 1,000% on the horizon. But yeah,
Okay.
another woman.
No, wicked. Because it's mad. And how do you feel like, you know, like with your, like, autism or ADHD or whatever, does that come into play in the relationship? Does she understand?
Oh, yeah, as I'm older, like, I have to just take into consideration, I'm for some people and I'm just not for others.
Yeah.
So there's some people that have patience, and to them it's not patience. They're just like, we just like you for you.
Yeah.
And there's some people I just can't be friends with.
And that's fair enough. But that's like with me as well. Like, I can be friends with people if I want to, but that's me making the effort.
Yeah.
But then I'm quite
I
into
find it
myself.
hard being friends with people.
Yeah, same.
It's
Like
but-
genuine friends.
But it's like when I was on holiday,
Yeah.
like these guys knew me from the show. Yeah, this
In
guy-
Morocco?
Yeah, this guy and this girl, they come up to me.
Oh, but
And they
were they
were a
English?
couple. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, sometimes it's very hard for me to make new friends. But once I start talking, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they were cool.
Yeah,
like,
'cause
they were
you're
cool.
like me, I'm cautious.
They were, I'm cautious, but they were cool people.
I think we're
man.
all like that.
So,
Yeah,
You have to be cautious.
yeah, they were cool, man. But they do love the show and that. So.
All right, so you know, like with like saying about being a dad, would you ever date a pregnant woman?
Me?
Yeah.
Date one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd date, yeah.
If she's
pregnant
pregnant,
woman.
if she's actually pregnant.
Oh, while having the baby? I thought you meant having the kids out of it.
No.
Like she might be like 3
if
months.
you moved to her and you didn't see that you thought, oh, pretty girl, she weren't really showing much, and then you go on a first date with her, she says, oh, I'm pregnant. Where would you take it from there?
YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching that episode. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for supporting us. If you really want to support us in a bigger way, you can sign up to our Patreon, which is only £5 a month, which gives you the full episode. You've only just watched a fraction of the episode. We've got the whole episode on Patreon. You'll get to watch all of the previous episodes in full on Patreon, and it's only £5 a month. And it's also, you get access to that episode early as well.
How long is the full episode?
Full episode is at least 1 hour, 45 minutes.
Extra.
To 2.5 hours.
How much extra do they get?
They get at least an extra hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And normally. And sometimes it's a couple of hours difference. So make sure you guys sign up to our Patreon, please. We appreciate you. It's a rated 18 show on Patreon. And you get the full episode, you get it early, and you can watch all the previous episodes as well. We're on what? Episode 67, 8, 9? By the time this goes out, this is, yeah. So you get to watch all of the previous episodes. So there's hundreds of hours just sitting there of entertainment, waiting for just one little digga £5. Don't type. Don't fool yourself. And if you want to give someone the gift of laughter, you can buy them a year's subscription as well. That would be great. Only £60 for the whole year to laugh your arse off. In fact, if you think about the investment of £60 a year for guaranteed entertainment.
It's crazy. I don't know why they don't do it. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, we should be on like 4 million patrons, you
It's
know?
the stubbornness, though, to say, I'm not signing up to nothing. So you're cutting your nose off to spite your face, bro. Like,
I know.
For laughter, when the thing is, they put money into quite a lot of things.
Yeah, if you want,
They put money into quite a lot of things, as it is, like things that are not even beneficial to them. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like if you sign up to Patreon, £60 just
For the year.
for the year, then what's the complaint about?
Listen, just make sure you guys sign up to the Patreon. I was asking at first, I'm demanding now. I've had enough. Make sure you guys sign up to our Patreon. No joke though, seriously, the more people we get signed up, the better the programs will be. The shows will be amazing. What we'll be able to do is bring on better guests. We'll be able to do... Hey, listen, remember we're going to do our thing, Chris and Percy. we're doing our travel show.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So the more patrons that sign up, that's where the money goes. The money goes in production. So we've got an amazing cameraman. We've got amazing cameras. What could we improve? What equipment do you need, cameraman, that would improve this? Why are you going quiet for?
I'm just thinking maybe new hosts.
Hosts.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't replace us, you piece of shit.
Wow.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for supporting us.
Bless.
Later.
Big up creativity. Every Sunday we tune in.